Proverbs chapter 12 verse 18. There is one who speaks like the piercings of a sword, but the tongue of the wise promotes health. Again, I'm grateful for the order in which this proverb comes. I read the awful words about someone whose words pierce others like a sword and feel at once a sense of guilt for many incidents in my own life when I know that my words were swords that hurt people that I loved. But with a sort of relief, I read of wise people whose tongues bring health and healing. What a beautiful concept, and one that we've all experienced. Another proverb speaks of the words of such people as apples of gold in settings of silver. Proverbs chapter 25 verse 11. Now, here's an example. When I lost a very close loved one and was feeling guilty for all the things that I felt I should have done and hadn't done, the things that I did and wished I hadn't, and it was all too late. I had never mentioned these thoughts to anyone, but I got an email that briefly reminded me that I and my wife had given this loved one Jesus. It was like opening a window suddenly. The tongue of the wise promotes health. Now, we couldn't leave this proverb without some reference to the first part. There is one who speaks like the piercings of a sword. When I first read it, I was smitten with the conviction that this could be said of me, and I did what I always do. I confessed it to the Lord and hoped that he would help me to be different in the future. But even as I sat and thought about making this short video, I think that maybe the Spirit, in his grace, led me to read it differently. It still applies to me, but there is another. It says, there is one who speaks, and it was that one who was speaking to me words that pierced my heart like swords. It was Satan, the accuser. That is the one who is also being referenced here. And there are vulnerable times in our lives when he has a field day, piercing us with swords, accusing us and making us feel bad. Now, the Hebrew word for piercings in this psalm, in this proverb, is the same word used for the passage that describes the nails driven into Jesus' body. Zechariah 12:10. They will look upon him whom they have pierced. Guard your heart from such cruel piercings.